black families in general had a higher success rate than they did in the '60s before that, due to new construction era, through the Civil War, all of that. We had a higher marriage rate. After the '60s came around, you get into the '70s where they introduced food stamps and all the SNAP programs. There was a condition that went along with that broke the family up. Then you got into the '80s where you got the crack era, and now with fentanyl and blase. But what we need to get back to is developing like strong families, and that's across the board too, not just with black people, but with white people also, and Mexicans. But the family unity is breaking down through society.
Do you think people now have a problem with, like, for instance, just like right now, if we go home to our neighborhoods and we see any kid and he doing something crazy, and you're like, look, dude, man, you might not want to do that, or that ain't smart. See, nowadays, they mom and dad are gonna, who you talking to? You can't tell my kid.
But I still do it.
Hold on.
What I'm saying is,
I
back in the day,
even that kid will wind up cursing your ass out.
Well, I got an example for you. I got a story.
You don't have the family reunion.
Right.
When those kids are out there in the street, you don't know what the hell they doing.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what my son was doing until one time my God said, Mr. Howard, can I tell you something? I said, yeah, you can tell me. He said, I seen your son doing something. You not mad at me? I told him to come upstairs. I whipped his ass. He want to know how I found out.
Yeah.
I said, we got friends around here that would tell me anything. And I say, and then I don't bother nobody. But let somebody come and tell me what you did, then you're going to pay the consequences.
Yeah.
I whipped him one time with no clothes on, because that's how my father did. He did something wrong again. He said, Daddy, you could punch me for 2 months, but don't whip my ass.
So why you let him be a Knicks fan then?
Hey, I got a situation, a real life situation. A couple months back, about a month ago, we had the shooting at the Wawa on Fredericksburg. Right there, right now, Frederick, but the one over there on, was it on I think it's Victory. What was it about Victory Crossing?
Victory. That's the one.
Victory. I picked my uncle up from the airport one night. He's like, "Hey man, stop me at Wawa so I can get something to eat and stuff like that." He flew in from Atlanta, and he was in there, and there was a young man. There was several other ladies and everything like that. And I'm like, man, what's taking them so long? Apparently, some of these young ladies was getting into was saying certain things, but she wasn't saying directly to these young men. And my uncle he told me this after the fact. He was like he saw the young man getting upset, like OG, she don't know what's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? And my uncle saw him. He was holding that pistol. It was like, my uncle was like, "Hey man," I'm like, look at me. Don't do what you about to do. All right, man, just like talk to your girl, whoever you with, go chill out in a car or something like that. Just remove yourself from the situation, because you about to, she's not stopping, but you have the chance. You have the opportunity and the choice to not escalate, right? You know, because she's running her mouth. You can't control her. And this is one of my uncles, this real time. This could have ended up on the news, right? Because he could have shot this girl because she was running her mouth, and he felt like his ego was being disrespected. So the young man came out the store. I saw him come out the store. He got in the car. The other girls in there ordered his food to come out there. And my uncle told me the story. I was like, man, I was like, you was at the right place in the right time. It was ordained for us to stop right there.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because the way that situation could have happened, guess what? We've been hearing about it on the news.
That is correct.
Young black man shot a young girl.
And then, like you said, the gun thing.
He didn't even know it.
He didn't even know it.
I have a couple of my old players, and they're detectives in Portsmouth and Virginia Beach.